The cameras followed them everywhere. Every move, every word, watched, analyzed, reported. But there was one moment, one life-changing decision that no one saw coming. A world-famous celebrity secretly embracing a new faith. No press conference, no public announcement, just a single whispered phrase behind closed doors. A phrase that changed everything. And it all happened during the holiest month of the year, Ramadan. Pause for effect. Voice drops lower. Why did they hide it? What pushed them to make such a drastic decision? And most importantly, what happened when the world found out? They were at the peak of their career, the kind of fame most people could only dream of. Millions of fans, endless headlines, a lifestyle filled with luxury, red carpets, and flashing cameras. But behind all of it, something was missing. For years, this celebrity searched for peace, purpose, something real. And then Ramadan happened. At first, it was curiosity, a challenge. Could they fast? Could they push through the hunger, the thirst, the discipline? But what started as a simple test turned into something much bigger. The silent struggle. Behind the fame to the world, they had everything. Fame, fortune, influence. But behind closed doors, it was different. They had seen it all. Success, failure, betrayal. They had reached the top, only to realize that something was still missing. And then, during one unexpected Ramadan evening, something shifted. They were invited to an iftar, a private gathering. No media, no scripts, just raw, genuine connection. A moment that felt different. For the first time in years, they sat with people who weren't chasing fame, people who weren't trying to impress, people who had peace. And that night, the questions began. The secret that changed everything. Curiosity turned into quiet research. Late nights spent reading verses. Silent prayers whispered when no one was watching. Fasting, not as an experiment, but as a choice. No cameras, no spotlight, just a personal journey, unfolding in complete secrecy. And then, one night, alone in their room, they did something that no one could have expected. They said the words that would change their entire existence. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. A whisper, a declaration, a decision that would never be undone. The fear of being found out. But here's the part no one talks about. The fear. What would happen if people knew? Would their career survive? Would the media twist their story? Would their fans turn against them? They had spent years building an image, a brand, a life that the world expected them to continue. And now, they were someone new. For weeks, they kept it a secret, a private faith, a quiet belief. But then the test came, a leaked message, a subtle clue, a moment caught on camera. And suddenly, the world started asking questions. When the truth came out, speculations, headlines, millions of voices demanding answers. Some celebrated, some attacked, some refused to believe it at all. And in the middle of it, one person standing between their past and their future, forced to make a choice, stay silent, or own the truth. Then the moment arrived, an interview, a single question, the one thing they had avoided for months. And this time, they didn't deny it. The aftermath, a new life, a new identity. The world reacted, some with love, some with anger. But the most surprising response, the peace they felt. For the first time, the opinions didn't matter. The headlines didn't define them. The criticism didn't shake them, because this wasn't about fame anymore. It was about something bigger. And as Ramadan came to an end, they stepped into their new life, not as a celebrity, but as a believer. This isn't just one person's story. It's a reminder, a message. Faith is personal. Faith is powerful. Faith can change everything. No matter where you come from, no matter how lost you feel, one moment can change it all. So the question isn't about who this celebrity is. It's about you. What would you do if you felt that call? Would you listen? Would you question? Or would you, like so many others, let fear hold you back? Because at the end of the day, the real story isn't about them. It's about what happens next. For you, some names fade. Some stories disappear, but the moments that truly change us, those stay forever. If this story made you stop and think, maybe it was meant for you. Not to convince, not to pressure, just to remind you that sometimes the biggest decisions in life don't happen in front of millions. They happen in silence, in the quiet moments when no one is watching. So what would you do in that moment? Maybe it's time to find out.